If you're running a school or private community and want to scale it past 100K a month ASAP, YouTube is easily the best way to do that. No other platform comes even close to being as good as YouTube at pre-selling people into joining your community, which is why all the biggest school community owners rely heavily on YouTube to grow their business, such as Nick Sarayev, who makes $440K a month off his school community, or Dan Henry, who makes $116K a month for his school, and Nate Herc's school community that makes $264K a month, all primarily because of YouTube. They all use the exact same YouTube strategy that I use with my clients, like JT Sarath, who collected an extra $7,500 in 30 days after implementing it from complete scratch, or Zain Zitao, who had an extra $50K a month for his private community using the same system. So let me break down exactly how you can steal it. I'll even show you a real life example of a YouTube channel that implements the same system to make an extra $250K a month for their school community. So let's get into it. By the way, this is the same process that Nate Herc, this guy here, uses to make $250K a month with his school community, and all of his traffic comes from YouTube. And if you do the math here, 2,800 times 90 a month, that's around, like, I believe $260K a month. So he makes somewhere around there with Skool. So we know without a doubt that this funnel here will work for your school community. And part of the reason why YouTube is the best at growing a school community or any info offer in general is that, according to Google, if a prospect watches 7 hours of your content, they will buy your service or product. And YouTube is the best and basically the only way to hit that many hours of watch time. Because if you make reels and that's it, it's gonna take you like, what, 1,000 reels to get to 7 hours of watch time. So you want to really prioritize YouTube. So basically the way it works here is, first, for your top of funnel, you want to start by creating videos that are aimed at beginners, and we're just trying to get as many qualified views as possible in this stage. Our videos here have two roles, which is, first, to get as many qualified views. I forgot to put that in here, by the way. And then on top of that, we want to sell them on your niche, which in this case would be, innate in automations. And the third thing is, we want to push them to middle of funnel videos. And because of the fact that we're trying to get a lot of views and that we're mostly targeting more beginner like people, especially like if you sell a low ticket school community, like you're mostly going to be targeting kind of like beginner-ish viewers. You want to make sure it's very well edited, since beginners generally have a much lower attention span. So you want to make the videos more edited so that they can actually watch all the way through, and from there you can push them into middle of funnel videos, kind of like these here. And if you look at what Nate Herc does, is usually for his middle funnel, his intros would be well edited, and then in the body, it's like boring screen recording videos, kind of like the very one you're watching here. It's like just boring screen recordings of his how to set up his automations. In general, you don't need as much crazy edits in there, and your goal is just to give away as much free value as possible that like people would have actually been willing to pay for. And ideally, for your first middle funnel video, you want to create a free course. And if you look here, by the way, his free course is probably the best performing video on his channel. Like, it performs much better than most of his videos. And the reason that is because with Nate, he literally funnels all of his traffic, or not all, most of his traffic into this one free course. Because when you make a course this long, that's like 6 hours long, 5 hours long, ideally you want to make it a few hours long at least, but like even 1 hour is great. Well, what you're doing is you're getting people a lot closer to that 7-hour watch time, which means that it'll generally just make you a lot more sales. But then also, if someone spends like hours just watching from you, taking notes and learning from you, and then if you do it right with the call to action and whatnot, they're gonna listen to you when you ask them to click your landing page in exchange for the crazy amount of value you just provided them for free. So like, it builds up a lot of goodwill. And then from there, you wanna make bottom of funnel videos, and over here, you just wanna show your client interviews and breakdowns. And in this stage here, it should get you the least amount of views, but the most amount of sales. Because people always wanna see others who were once in their place join your program and actually get results with it. It's the biggest form of social proof that like you actually get results, and that like your school community will actually get them results. And with Nate Herc, unfortunately, he doesn't have case studies of his clients for some reason. He uses his own self as a case study, which works as well. Like, for example, I sold a 6K AI workflow to a business. These kinds of videos, ideally you want to make something like that, but for your clients, such as, how Dylan sold a 6K AI deal in only 30 days with AI automation, stuff like that. You want to like make it actually based off your clients. And by the way, that's what most people do, but this guy's like a special exception. Like, he uses himself as the case study. But yeah, by the way, if you're actually serious about using YouTube to scale your private or school community and want me to handle all of it, all done for you, so that all you have to do is record 2 to 4 hours a month, just book a call with me from the first link in the description. And let's get back to the video. And I know that's kind of a lot of info here, so I'm gonna explain exactly how to implement this funnel here. And the way you want to do that is, first you want to start by that free course, and that should be your main priority. And the reason is because with our client here, JT, literally the very first videos we started with was just one 45-minute free course, and this one literally drove $7,500 worth of new revenue in only 30 days of posting. And back then he literally had 0 case studies, 0 YouTube subscribers, 0 Instagram following. So like making a free course off the bat gives you the biggest chance to make money off your YouTube as soon as possible. If you're an established business owner, if let's say you make 30K a month in whatever niche you're doing, chances are it will almost guarantee you more sales if of course you do it right. You want to make sure with this free video, you want to start off with as much social proof as possible to convince the viewers into investing their time in the course. And the reason that is because asking your viewers to spend 3 hours of their time into your free course, that's a big investment, right? You want to sell them to make that like time investment. And the way you do that is by showing what you're about to teach them made you 30K a month. It made your clients like crazy amounts of money. You want to show like Stripe screenshots of that, like actual proof. And you also want to promise that like if they watch the free course, they will get results like that as well. And then in that free course, you actually want to give out your whole process and only gatekeep like 6% of what you teach for your paying clients, like your templates, your contracts, your script templates, stuff like that. And then at the end of the video, you want to make sure that you mention all the pain points that we'll face and how hard it actually is going to be. Because no matter what you're selling, even if you make a 16-hour course, there's so much that goes into being successful at any niche. And people are going to need your professional help to actually be successful. And that's where you want to position your school program as their ultimate solution to get results as soon as possible without making any mistakes. And of course, this is very crucial because you don't want people to think they can get results with just your free course without like investing in your help. So yeah, once you make that free course, you want to promote it everywhere as much as you can, including your email list, your Instagram stories, bios, reels, your other YouTube videos, especially your top of funnel videos. You should be funneling all of them down to that free course, or at least your other middle funnel videos. And then you also want to push your X following into your free course and your LinkedIn. And then from there, you want to create 4 videos a month around like your biggest case studies, action-based videos around how to get results with your process, and educational videos around your business model. And it's at this stage here that you would be like building your whole funnel out, and you want to just go like step by step, 1 video a week. The most important part to being successful with YouTube is going to be the packaging. So I'm about to go like very in depth here. And the reason that is because like if you spend hours creating the perfect video but no one clicks on it because the packaging is bad, well, all those hours you put in is going to be fully wasted. So the very first thing you do before making any YouTube video is getting the video idea / title. The primary way I get video ideas is from indirect competitors' best performing recent video ideas, ideally within the last few months. For example, this video by Simone B, it was only 9 months ago, which is like kind of recent, and it performed very well for her. It got 8.4 times more views than her average, which means this is a winning video idea and it will likely work for you as well. You know, for example, if you're in real estate, you can make a title such as best way to get into real estate in 2026, because well, it's December now, so like you want to use in 2026 instead. And you also want to download vidIQ so that you can tell how well a video is performing. And then with all the winning video ideas that you get, you want to put in a template like this. And you can also steal these if you want it, but you want to collect all the winning video ideas and put them in like this, and then like of course input your own niche and your own info. And whatever title you choose, you want to make sure the main bits of it fit within the first 50 to 60 characters. Because for example, if you look at a video like this, the main part is, you know, how to make $1 million using self-liquidating funnels. Chances are this free course, if you look at this video from your iPhone, the free course part is going to be blurred out because it's too long. However, it's this part, it doesn't even matter. It's okay if it gets cropped because the main parts are the parts before it. So you want to make sure like the main parts fit within those first 50, 60 characters. And for this part, you really want to make sure that you invest in a good designer / agency to do it for you, because like if, as I said previously, if you spend hours creating a great video, but no one clicks on it because the thumbnail sucks, you're going to lose out on a lot of potential sales. So you want to always apply these 4 frameworks here, which is first, you always want to have a sharp picture of your face on the thumbnail, because faced thumbnails tend to perform much worse. And you always want to have 2 to 4 words in each thumbnail that add more context to the video without reusing the title. And you also want to make sure that the text is always big, bold, and easy to read, because thumbnails subtitles are usually very small on people's screens, especially on iPhone. And you want to make sure the graphics are very simple and clean, and it shouldn't be overpowering or all over the place. And these are some examples here that my team did for our clients. Now onto the packaging and intro. And this part is also very important because people decide within the first 30 seconds if they're gonna watch the whole video or not. Which is why you wanna make sure the first 30 seconds of a video is very well edited to retain people in those first 30 seconds. And since we're selling a low ticket Skool community to a large amount of audience, it's very important to have that intro well edited, because as I said, a beginner audience is more likely to have like a very low attention span. So you want to make sure to get them hooked in those first 30 seconds, because they're 10 times more likely to watch the whole video if they stick to the first 30 seconds. And one thing I want to mention is a lot of people will preview a YouTube video before they even click on it. Like for example, this isn't the thumbnail by the way, this is like 30 seconds into my video. YouTube will always allow you to see a preview of a video before they actually click on it. So if a video is well edited, the intro is way more likely to get clicked, because when someone previews it, they see that it's like well made with good animations that actually show what the video is about and whatnot. And then another key thing is the scripting, and you want to make sure that the first line of the video actually delivers on the title. So like in this case, in this video, my first line would be something such as, I'm about to show you this Instagram funnel that consistently lands $3,000 plus clients. And then right after that, you want to show as much social proof as well. So look back to this example, I'll say something such as, you know, it's the same funnel that I use to land high ticket clients every single month. And then I'll show like Stripe invoices of $3,000 plus payments. And then ideally you also want to mention like results you've gotten for clients, such as, you know, and it's also the same process that my client Dylan used to make 10K a month his first 30 days implementing this funnel. And also promise the viewer that if they implement what you're about to teach them, that they will actually get like the same results. Another crucial thing is your call to actions. You want to make sure you always have a call to action 33% into the video to join your paid community, because most people, no matter how good your video is, most people are gonna click off like 30% into the video. So you want to have a midway call to action there. And also the other thing is, by that point the viewers definitely will have received like valuable insight by then. So you want to make sure to add in the call to action, and you don't want to sound too salesy, by the way. It should be something simple such as, you know, by the way, if you're serious about getting into AI automation and making 10K a month, I have a Skool community where I run 4 live calls per week where I answer all your questions, and also a lot of course materials and whatnot. Just join my Skool community from the first link in the description to make it more natural, not too salesy. And then at the outro, you want to have another pair of call to actions, and this time you want to be a bit more pushy. You want to push into your Skool program, and then for the people that don't join, you want to have them watch more of your other YouTube videos. Because if someone doesn't join your Skool program from the beginning, you want to have them watch more of your videos, spend more time with you, and get more value. That way they're more likely to build a lot more trust with you and join your program later on. When YouTube sees you keeping people watching videos longer, they're consuming more ads on YouTube, which means that YouTube makes more money. So they're more incentivized to push out your videos to more potential clients, which is why this here is very, very powerful. And you always want to make like some sort of call to action to have people watch your other videos. And then if you're really serious about scaling your Skool community as fast as possible, you should really make short form videos as well. And then in those videos, you want to funnel them to your free course and your other YouTube videos. Like for example, in this video, you can make a reel with a call to action to, like, for example, common leads if you want my in-depth guide on how to scale with YouTube, or how to get your first 10K a month client with AI automation. You just want to end your reels with a comment keyword for an in-depth lead magnet, and then you just send them a link to your free course, which will like do all the selling on your behalf. And the way you make reels go viral is basically just copying your indirect competitors. For example, with this video here, we got a client like a 150K video. The reason this went viral is we copied this guy here, which this was a reel about how this guy makes $5 million a year with his content funnel, and like it's a completely different niche, right? So we had my client do a similar video, same style by the way. Everything is basically the same except it's about wholesaling real estate, and this guy's like a real estate wholesaler, and this video ended up blowing up as well. And then all the traction from a video like this, you want to have a call to action to comment, and then you want to send them all the way to your free course that you end up making. And you just want to make sure you never copy videos from the same people in your niche. And you never want to copy anyone, by the way. I meant like take inspiration, just don't copy. If you took the info I just gave you in this video seriously and actually post 4 YouTube videos a month, I guarantee your community will see more growth and revenue using YouTube. However, it's still going to take you a lot of time and effort to figure out exactly how to ideate, script, find and manage a designer and editor, optimize SEO, and post. So if you want me to handle all of that for you, so that all you have to do is record 2 to 4 hours a month, just book a call with me from the first link in the description. And make sure to subscribe for more videos like this about how to grow your business using YouTube. Thanks a lot for watching. Peace.